Welcome back to White Mountains Today here at White Mountain TV 16. And I want to welcome Deb Williams from Lost River. Deb is here to talk about all the great things at Lost River. Good morning, Deb. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I am great. So what's going on over there at Lost River? How's your summer going?
It is going great. Lots of people are visiting and enjoying the weather that we're having and the natural air conditioning that Lost River provides. And we're really happy to see everybody coming.
That would be kind of a nice feature there because it's a lot, what'd you say, it's about 10 degrees cooler when you go down
It is.
into Lost River.
It is. The most has been, I think, about 15 since I've been there that I've seen.
Wow.
But usually it's on the average of about 10 degrees cooler, which makes it really nice because people don't mind doing the walking and the crawling and the slithering if they choose to in the caves, and they can enjoy the coolness and the beautiful views and have fun at the same time.
Slithering, I like that. So let's just give, for those uninformed, you know who you are. Hopefully there aren't many of you. Give a kind of a quick overview of Lost River.
It is a 3/4 mile walk, and you go down 300 feet into a gorge, and the river runs along your walk with you, and there's a series of 11 different boulder caves that you can choose to go in and out of. And some of them you can walk in, you're just going to have to duck a little bit and come out. Some of them you have to get down on hands and knees and crawl, and some of them you have to get down on your belly and kind of slither a little bit.
And so there's a variety of caves too. So it's not just like you say. I mean, that gives you that opportunity. So it's not the same walk for 3/4 of a mile. It's constantly changing. It's always something different.
It is, and in front of each cave, there's a little sign that's on there that tells you what how to go through the cave, and it tells you if you have to walk or crawl or slither.
Well, that's great. Now, you started introducing something last year. You started introducing the lantern tours, and now you're continuing those this year.
Yes, the lantern tours, they've taken off this year, and they're offered on Saturday evenings, and we leave about 8:30, and it lasts about an hour to an hour and a half, and then we do s'mores at the end, and we provide people with the headlamps if they need to bring, if they don't have their own, and it's just really cold down there at night. There's no street lights, and it's just beautiful. Your other senses kind of kick in a little bit, and it's a different way of viewing Lost River. And we have had a lot of people that have come during the day and then have chosen to come on the lantern tour, and they've really enjoyed it because half of the caves at Lost River are lit. They're shallow enough that they're lit naturally by light.
Yeah.
But then there's several others that are not, so we have lanterns that are in there. And so now at night, though, all of the caves are lit by lanterns. So it definitely gives a different perspective, too, on what you're looking at.
I can imagine. And probably on those clear nights, you can look up and see the stars up through there, so it must be quite spectacular.
It is, and last night we had a heavy downpour roll through, and everybody called and said, "Are we doing it?" And I said, "Yeah, it looked like it was going to just go through." And it was a different kind of night. It was a little bit hazy, a little bit misty, but everybody still had a great time because it's just, no matter what you do down there, it's really cool and it's beautiful.
Well, that's great. And they're not large groups that go on the lantern tours. You limit it to a smaller group, so that makes it a little bit more intimate, a little bit nicer.
And it is, and it's a different way of viewing Lost River too, because normally it's self-guided.
Right.
So you can come, we provide you with a map, and the signage has information, and you go and you take as much time or as little time as you want to go through it. At night it is guided, so the person that's taking you gives you some information, a little bit more information about the natural and cultural history of the gorge and the area. So you kind of gain, I think, a little bit on that too. And there's about 20 people, and everybody has a great time, and they all kind of chit-chat and help each other through stuff, and then sitting and having s'mores and talk about which cave they liked the most and which one they didn't like. So
that's great. And then now, what year is this for Lost River? How many years have you guys been around?
2012, we're going to be, the Forest Society will be celebrating their 100th year of owning Lost River. Wow. Yeah, and we're gonna do some cool stuff then. So we've kind of been in the planning processes of it now. So 98 years right now.
That's a long time.
It is, and it was in 1852, when the Jackman brothers, they're the ones who are credited with naming Lost River, fell into shadow cave fishing. Shortly after that, late 1800s, is when they actually started, officially doing tours there. So it's been it's been providing a wonderful place for people to go and enjoy for a really long time.
Well, that's great. Now, do you have any other, besides the lantern tours, any other events that are coming up this summer or fall? Or?
The adventure tours, we're doing those too, and those are done on Friday mornings, and they leave about 8 o'clock. Both the lantern tours and the adventure tours are done with advanced reservations.
Yes.
And the adventure tour, boy, you really get down and dirty with that one. We do have some pictures posted on our website and on Facebook from some groups that have gone, and they have a ball. They're exhausted by the time they come back. It's very, very different than the regular walk, and it's very challenging. But the people who do it just think it's really neat, and it does definitely give you an idea as to what people were going through before they decided to put in boardwalks.
Yeah, so that's the adventure tours where you go kind of through the woods, and you also see some things that you're not going to see otherwise. Definitely,
it's off the board. It's off the boardwalk, and there's the caves. A lot of the caves. Well, some of them you have to, use another person helping you through getting in them and out. And the normal walk through Lost River, excuse me, in order to make sure it's protected for people, and we have the boardwalks that go through, and then we've made it so that it's convenient for people to be able to get in and out of the caves too. So it's very different, but a whole lot of fun.
That's great. And well, and Deb brought along a pass so that you, the viewer, can go to Lost River, and all we have to do is answer. We have a very, we think it's a simple watch and win question, but it might be challenging for somebody. But we got a great watch and win question here, so you can go to Lost River yourself. And that wasn't Lost River at all. That was Chris being lost himself out there. So here we go. We're going to give a special Lost River watch and win. Give us a call, 356-6619, the number to call. How many steps are there along the boardwalk at Lost River Gorge? Is it between 300 and 400, 600 to 800, 1,000 to 1,100, or 1,300 to 1,400? And Deb knows the answer, right?
Yes, I do.
Deb knows the answer, so we'll see if somebody else does. Good morning, White Mountains today. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, you know the answer. C, 1,000 to 1,100. That is correct.
Yay!
And so you now get to walk each and every one of those steps. And who's on the phone?
Becky Flaherty.
Hi, Becky. How are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
We're very well. If you want to hold on the phone, we'll get some more information from you.
Has she been to Lost River?
Have you been to Lost River, Becky?
No, I've never been to Lost River.
Well, that was a really good guess.
Yes,
on
there you
answer.
go. Well, she's anticipating. 1, 2, 3.
But it's not that bad. You go down much quicker than you come out, and it's very gradual walking out. So you don't. Most people think it's only about 300 to 400 steps because it's such an easy walk.
Oh, it is. Oh, definitely. All right, so hold on there, Becky. We'll get right back to you. If we lose you, call back. But that never happens. So Deb, it's been a good summer.
It has.
That's what's important.
Yep, the rain has stayed away until usually later in the afternoon, knock on wood, and we hope it continues to stay that way. And because of the coolness down in the gorge, people love to come and get away from the heat for a short period of time and enjoy the views and have a lot of fun. And
well, that's terrific. So if I want to find out more about Lost River, how do I do it, Deb?
You can either give us a call at 603-745-8031 or visit our website at lostrivergorge.com.
And that has all the pictures, has all the info, everything you need to know. And plus you're on Facebook.
And so we are on Facebook. Yep.
You can be a Facebook friend of Lost River.
We would love to have people become Facebook friends.
Well, that sounds great. Well, Deb, thanks so much for coming down today.
Thank you for having me.
We'll talk to you soon. And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.